Let me guess, you've been watching tutorials, you've got VS Code open, you've built a few projects, and maybe even pushed them to GitHub. But still, there's this sinking feeling like, why is this so much harder for me than everyone else? You scroll Twitter or Reddit and see people saying, just build projects. It's not that hard. Just be consistent. But you are being consistent. You are trying. So why does it still feel like you're going nowhere? Here's the truth most developers won't admit. You're not failing at coding. You're just trying to do it alone. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why so many people feel stuck, burnt out, and behind, and how to break through it. We will cover the 3 core things that most self-taught developers are missing, and how you can build a system around them. Stick around to the end, because the third one is what makes the difference between burning out quietly and finally landing your first developer job. Let's start here. Most people don't quit because of the code. They quit because of the silence. There's no teacher, there's no classmates, there's no feedback, there's no one to tell you if you're even making progress. You can be coding every single day and still feel stuck because there's no validation. There's no finish line. There's no scorecard. No one's saying, yes, that's correct, move on. In a recent study, 73% of self-taught developers said that they considered quitting, not because it was too technical, but because they felt isolated and unsure whether they were on the right path. At the same time, 58% of all professional developers are at least partially self-taught. So if you're thinking, maybe I'm just not cut out for this, the truth is, you're doing something hard without the system you need to actually succeed. Let's talk about confusion, because if you're self-taught, you probably know this loop. Watch one HTML course, switch to JavaScript, try React, hit a bug, watch 5 more tutorials, end the day more confused than when you started. You don't need 20 tutorials. You need a sequence, a structured path that says, learn this, then build this, then move on. Students who follow structured programs are 2 to 4 times more likely to get hired than those who try to piece it together themselves. Why? Because clarity builds momentum. When you know exactly what to learn and why, you stop wasting energy making decisions and you start using it to actually build. A real roadmap isn't just about content. It's about pacing, focus, and knowing when to move forward. Now let's talk about one of the most underrated parts of learning, feedback. Think about how we learn in almost every other field. In sports, you have a coach. In school, you have a teacher. Even in music, you get critiques on your techniques. But in coding, most people are doing it in total silence. You build something, it either works or it doesn't, and you're left wondering, is this how a real developer would write it? Is this clean code or a mess? Feedback is what turns guessing into growing. It lets you fix errors faster, learn best practices, understand trade-offs, improve confidence, even better, accountability. It's one thing to say, I'll finish this project next week. It's another thing to actually say it in front of a group who will actually check in. That's why our students move faster. Not because they're smarter, but because they're surrounded by systems that keep them showing up. Let's get real. Learning to code is mentally exhausting. You hit bugs, dead ends, and stretches of time where you think you're broken. And when you're doing that alone, it feels personal. But when you're surrounded by people going through the same thing, when you see others struggling with the same errors, cheering you on when you hit a win, reminding you that it's okay to take a breath, you realize that you're not behind. You're just human. Peer support has been shown to increase course completion rates by up to 80%. That's not just a stat. That's your energy being amplified by the people around you. Because momentum is contagious. Community makes you feel seen. And when you feel seen, you keep going. Let me show you what this looks like in real life. Ethan was working full-time in a science job No CS degree, no industry connections, just a few hours a night trying to learn front-end development. He started strong, but over time, the isolation crept in. He got stuck, started second-guessing everything, nearly gave up. Then he joined a program that gave him structure, deadlines, weekly goals, group calls, a Discord full of people rooting for him. 10 weeks later, Ethan landed a $70,000 a year job as a remote front-end developer. Same brain, same schedule, same skills, different system. That's the power of not doing it alone. If you're watching this right now and thinking, I relate to all of this, here's your next move. Ask yourself, do I have a roadmap that keeps me moving? Do I have someone reviewing my code or holding me accountable? Do I have a support system that makes me want to keep going? If the answer to any of those is no, that's not a flaw. That's a missing piece. Front-End Simplified was built to give you all three because we've seen what happens when you stop learning in silence and start moving with support. Check out the link below. You don't have to do this alone anymore. Let's go.